What's up, ladies and gents? Social Nurse here. Thank you so much for stopping by. As many of us know, and many of us have this opinion that Burna Boy has proven again to have a nasty disposition and attitude, right? Burna Boy is the popular Nigerian singer that typically has the ability to fill the seats of venues that he performs at. But recently, right, there's been a shared clip of a stadium in Houston being unusually noticeably empty, for lack of better words, during his performance, right? This man went off on a lady in Colorado. This woman apparently fell asleep or appeared to be asleep. Now listen, I don't know if that woman has some sort of illness, some sort of condition, or maybe he was just not performing well enough for this particular fan to stay alert and watch it. Who really knows what the situation is, right? Social Nurse here, listen. This man has canceled 2 performances that were supposed to take place on this tour he's on. There was one scheduled to take place in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and another one that's scheduled to take place in Chicago, Illinois. And both of those performances have been canceled, right? This man is receiving backlash. Now, I believe a lot of Nigerians show up at his performances. This man is a Nigerian. I believe a lot of Nigerians that are here in America show up at his performances. I also believe that there are non-Nigerians, right? People that don't have an immigrant background, that are purely American, that show up at the concerts when he's here in America performing, right? But what he did, having that couple, that lady and the man that she was with, kicked out, escorted out, they paid their money. They paid. And if they wanted to sleep in there, or she, the woman, oh well, they paid. He needs to be refunding them their ticket money back plus, in my opinion. Now, maybe he could have, if it bothered him that badly that woman was asleep, he could have been like, hey, wake up, sing a little bit, get the attention, and maybe the person that was with her would have, nudged her a little bit, awaken her, right? If it bothered him that bad. But to call these people out, embarrass them in the way that he did, and have them escorted out, kind of falls in line with some of the brash behavior that many Nigerians are known to have. Somewhat of a disrespectful behavior, a behavior that's unfitting for the countries or environments that they are in. It's not a cultural mix. It doesn't quite fit well with many citizens in the nations that Nigerians migrate to, flee to, or are performing in this case, right? So this man getting the backlash that he's receiving, I think it's appropriate. Do you think it's appropriate, right? There's a way to handle things. He's a guest in this country. There is some history concerning his attitude. And there was even a post where I read he was saying that he didn't want poor people showing up at his performances. What a nasty attitude, right? antisocial disposition, right? He did put out an apology, which I'm not going to read that BS, because what I'm finding is when some of these people apologize, they don't quite know how to apologize, right? In his case, he could have just kept it really short and said, I apologize for what I did to the fan that I had escorted out. I should not have done that. I apologize. And left it at that. All that other stuff, I mean, I've seen other Africans online apologize maybe for some of their behaviors. And it's like, I apologize for what I did, but you should come to Africa and see what it's like for yourselves. That has nothing to do with the apology. You just apologize for what you've done. Right? So this man, in my opinion, deserves the backlash that he's receiving, because he did not have to have those paying customers to his performance escorted out as if they were criminal. It's nuts. Such a nasty disposition. It kind of falls in line with some of the things that, people experience globally from a certain, group of people, particularly in this case, Nigeria. Many of their people, the behaviors and the gaslighting and the inappropriate celebration, the brash, braggadocious, and at sometimes scamming behaviors that some of the Nigerians carry out in other nations across the globe and even in Africa. Africans, there's content up there where other Africans from some other nation other than Nigeria are talking about the behaviors and the nasty attitudes. So, this isn't something that's being made up. What he did kind of matches, what we've learned about some of the people from that nation, Nigeria. Thanks for stopping by, Social Nurse.